In Clash Royale, it takes you 4 cards to cycle to the same card again. In Clash Royale with a champion, it takes you 3. When the champion's on the board, you can cycle the same card 3 times instead of 4. So the plan is, I've chosen the cheapest champion in the game, the Little Prince. We're going to put that stinky fuck down, and then we're going to cycle the fuck out of Skeleton... Okay, I swear to God I put Wall Breakers in, but I guess it's Skeleton Barrel. We're going to cycle the fuck out of Skeleton Barrel and Wall Breakers. Maybe we'll change to Wall Breakers, but for now, Skeleton Barrel actually might be a better idea even. I'm definitely not coping right now, because it means that I can actually get a tower down in one push. If Wall Breakers connect, that's great. You know, that's fantastic, but realistically, the Skeleton Barrel can take an entire tower by itself. So you can see right here, I'm already back to my... Okay, you know what? We're going to go for Skeletons here, and then we're going to go for the Guardian. Oh, hitting the fucking Firecracker. Let's go for the Spirit. And as you can see, the Little Prince is still chugging along, and I already now have my Skeleton Barrel evolution, which feels very wrong. Feels almost illegal. So I might just drop this fuck down right now, and I'm going to cycle as many cards as I can. So you can see we've got the Evolved Skeletons. Cycling as many cards as I can while... Oh, see you later, minions. While the thing's on the board. Okay, he does have Zap. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go with the Fire Spirit, because that needs to be answered, otherwise I'm going to get a lot of damage. I think it's like a fireball worth of damage. And then I've got my next Skeleton Barrel already on the board. Little Prince is in cycle. No Zap is in hand. Lameteor has fucking... Lameat Eater has fucking Zap and Log, right? But that is not a problem, because we're playing fucking Skill Royale now. We've got the gimmicks dialed all the way up. And that's a lot of fun for me, basically, because this feels wrong. It feels like this should not be a thing in the game, but I love it. I fucking love it. So let's cycle a Heal Spirit same lane, so that if he does get something on it, it can heal it. And then let's use this as like the temporary tank, and then boom, other lane. Now, I can't remember if he used... I don't think... He's got minions in hand, so let's go for double spirits. Okay, right. Okay, Squeaker. So he's going to go for a Mega Knight push. We do get the Guardian down in time, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. Let's go with this. Hopefully he makes the same mistake of playing minions and they die to the first wave again, and then I still get skeletons, there's still another wave, although he can just go for a log, so... Okay, let's go for a Little Prince, because it's actually kind of our only, like, range card here. And then let's try our best to defend all this fucking bullshit. Alright, he has Boss Bandit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the Evo Skeletons here, and that should be able to counter that. Yes, see, this is a great thing about... I forgot about that card. I didn't think he was going to do it because the Skeleton Barrel was on the board, but... Never underestimate your opponents, kids. Let that be a lesson. Now, don't tell your parents you don't learn things on these channel, okay? On these channel, alright? Anyway, back to clashing. So, I've got Little Prince in hand. He's probably gonna go with a Mega Knight. Great. Alright, let's go for this. And then let's go for Little Prince, let's go for a Skeleton Barrel, and then let's try and kill that Firecracker with double spirits here. This is kind of like a lock-in game. Ooh, the Skeleton Barrel does so much fucking damage, and we're probably gonna... Okay, I thought we were gonna take that tower over there. I got a little bit excited. We're gonna keep this Little Prince alive for a little bit longer so that we can get another Skeleton Barrel. So, Wall Breakers will be even faster cycle, but I'm thinking Skeleton Barrel is actually better, because Skeleton Barrel evolution is one of the best... Ooh, Little Prince, just take it. Just fucking take it. What the fuck? Give me my internet back. What the fuck's going on? Alright, let's go for an ability and hope we win the game. It's all going to speed up in like 1 millisecond. There we go. Fucking Victory Royale. Believe me, okay, that was a fairly won game. I didn't do any fucking hacks, alright? I don't want everybody accusing me in the comments section of doing things. Alright, Victory Royale, baby, for the first game. I was thinking, holy smokes, it's King Arthur. I was thinking of putting in, oh my god, I actually am a little bit scared of King Arthur, because whenever I see a pancake, it usually means Goblin Giant P.E.K.K.A. spam. The most disgusting dick in this entire game, but he doesn't have it. Thank God. Thank heavens. So, we've started with Skeleton Barrel, which is fantastic. With it being a 2-card cycle, it means that I have started already, and now it's going to be just 1-card cycle. Okay, I don't think I needed to break that one down to you guys. I apologize. I would never underestimate the intelligence of my audience. Anyway, let's go for an E-Spirit here. That's going to do a good job cleaning that up. He did go for a Lightning on a Little Prince, which seems like a little bit of an overcommitment here. Oh, God. Okay, he's playing all the broken cards, it seems, which is fine, because I'm also playing a broken strategy. I mean, mine's a troll strategy, but it's using broken mechanics. Broken mechanics. God, I'm such a fucking virgin, aren't I? Need to go outside more, eh? Which I did in my skit. You guys like the skits? I can make more skits. Anyway, we got Skeleton Barrel Evolution, so let's spam that shit in the other lane. And let's see what he's going to do here. Little Prince, I want you to stay alive, so I will go for an ability. It's going to fucking die. It's okay. That's going to kill the Furnace, which is great. And then let's just go for this to not take any damage. But yeah, I've been cooking up some skits, man. In fact, I have another skit that is in the works. Anyway, back to the game. We've got Evolved Skeletons, which is very reassuring, I'm not going to lie. Having Evolved Skeletons in my hand is just, it's just what I like, you know. I like to have that feeling of security, you know. What I don't like is that I can't play my little prince into his monk. So what I'm going to try and do here, that firecracker, I mean that fire spirit is kind of annoying. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to try and kill this as quickly as possible. Go Evolved Skeletons quickly, DPS it down. He did get the ability off, but they should survive. And now we can go for a Little Prince, which is cool, because now we can get the Skeleton Barrels even faster. Go! Alright, so that's going to tank a few waves of the Fire Spirits. Let's go for this. That is unfortunate. Oh, I thought that was going to survive. That Little Prince, once it gets going, it does a lot of damage, and we could have killed that. So anyway, let's go like this. Let's go for another Little Prince here, and then let's... Wow. Spirit Empress always targets the one thing you don't want it to do. Meanwhile, in the other lane, he's struggling a little bit with everything that's going on. Let's go Skeleton Barrel in the back, because I want to cycle it, but I don't want to play it into an Evolved Firecracker. Okay, I'm going to do everything in my power here to keep this alive, because it's going to absolutely annihilate. Meanwhile, there's like a Skeleton Barrel fucking army in the other lane. He's going to use his log, I'm presuming, so let's go for the Evolve one in this lane. He chose not to use his log, which means he'll have it over here. Let's go for a Little Prince ability, though, so that we can keep it alive, and then we can keep the spam going. So that I can get back. How have I never done this before? I always think like, oh man, like I've done everything, I've done every troll, and then I find a new troll that I've barely even got my hands on, and that's this. That's the Little Prince 3-card cycle brokenness. I don't even want to play Evo Wall Breakers, because the thing is, yeah, okay. So it's 2 elixir, it's 7 elixir, right? Because it's 2 elixir plus the 3 elixir cycle cards, 2 elixir again, to play 2 sets of Wall Breakers when the Little Prince is on the map. So it's 7 elixir to play 2 sets of Wall Breakers before I get to my Evolve ones when the Little Prince is on the map. Which is a lot cheaper than Skeleton Barrel, which for the same ordeal, okay, I did not mean to do that, it's 9 elixir, if that makes sense. So what I'm saying is, so basically, what I'm trying to say here is that God, I can't speak. Wall Breakers, whilst they are cheaper, and the cycle is cheaper, and it might be more, like, obnoxious, the Skeleton Barrel can actually win an entire game by itself. The Wall Breakers can be ignored. The Skeleton Barrel can't. It has to be answered. Like, it literally has to be answered. Somehow I'm already back to my Little Prince, by the way, so let's just play that little fuck in the back. And, okay, let's go for a Skeleton Barrel to pressure. The problem with this is, while the Little Prince is on the map, the one flaw is that I can't play another Little Prince. So I just kind of have to defend this with spirits, which, as you can see, is not going too well. And by not well, I mean horseshit. Oh my god, I think the... Okay, chat, I thought the feds were outside, but we're still good. Alright, we lost our tower there. He's laughing. Raphael, I apologize to the Raphaels in the... You know what, if you're a Raphael, leave a comment on this video, actually. I'm very curious to see the Raphaels. Okay, chat, the feds are actually fucking here. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and keep it down. Somebody's going to probably call my name, and I'm going to be like, hey. You ready? You ready for this shit? They don't know I'm recording, chat. They don't know. Okay, chat, we're just going to try and win this game without being disturbed, okay? In peace and harmony. What the hell is happening? Alright, let's go for it. Fuck. Alright, let's go for this. And then let's go for the Evolved Skeletons here, and hope we can kill all that shit. Let's go for this in the other lane. Little Prince going absolutely sicko mode. Let's go for an Ice Golem in front. Okay, holy cook. And then we go for another Skeleton Barrel once the small spell is used. He fucked up the Ewiz. Okay. I can smell the feds. They're right on my door. Okay. Alright, we got the ability off. We're going to play another Skeleton Barrel. You know what, let's play the same lane, because we kind of need that whole damage thing to win the game. And he's going to go for a fucking Executioner. Really spoiling my strategy here. And he's crying at me, chat. He's crying at me. Okay, there's 30 seconds left. He's going to peck her on the bridge. So let's go for a Skeleton Barrel. He's probably going to go Ewiz. So, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Alright, let's go for that. And then let's go for an E-Spirit here. We're really just trying to keep the Little Prince value going. Let's go for this. I know it's into the
the thing, but what chance do I really have? And we're trying to keep the little prince just get an absolute insane deco mode value. Skeletons!